Hello, it's John again. I'm the boy that David Lee Hamblin and his friends in the LDS Church of Satan murdered in Spring City. I'm your guide to the story of 4 little girls who were abused. Their names are Rachel, Eliza, Catherine, and Miriam Hamblin, and I met them the night that I was killed. This is their story, and Rachel is about to tell you what she knows about the LDS Church of Satan. It's a hard story, a story about how people closed their eyes and ears to evil, about how people looked the other way when bad things were happening right in front of them. There were, and there always are, signs that something is wrong, but it's easier to look away. You'll see.
I was born in Arizona. I was named Rachel. My parents gave me the name Rosa for my grandmother Karma Rose de Jong Anderson, my great-grandmother Rosa Bell Winiger, and my mother Roselle, together with Lee for my father, David Lee, and my grandfather Robert Lee Hamblin. I was told my name signified I was their property, eternally. They taught me that I had been chosen before birth to be the peacemaker among my siblings. I had also been chosen to become my grandfather Richard's second wife and to bear his children. My parents were, and to the best of my knowledge, remain members of the Church of Satan, a group or church or cult that worships Lucifer or Satan. They tried to hide our membership in this group from the public eye, so we publicly belonged to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, although we were not always active members. My father worked as a clinical psychologist and my mother, Roselle, worked as a homemaker who saw that my sisters and I were trained in certain subjects or ways that supported our duties in our home and church. We attended the LDS Church throughout my life, but we were often less active or barely active. I attended primary, and less of young women's, but at times I stayed home sick. At times I was legitimately sick, especially with the germs and close contact to adults I was exposed to in our private life, but there were times when my parents told people my sisters and I were sick on Sundays that we were being forced to entertain clients as prostitutes. Some of these higher paying clients would stay for a full weekend. Our parents used LDS primary songs and hymns and art when they tortured or terrorized us. This created deep-seated feelings of dread and distrust when attending LDS meetings or events. The members of the Church of Satan moved to places where they are safe, or safer, to practice their religion. This means that they only move to neighborhoods or areas where the Church of Satan has an existing presence. In New York, all of the apartments in our home at 77 Terrain were occupied by members of the Church of Satan. In Spring City, Utah, we were part of the second Church of Satan group that had moved in. The original group was headed by the original family of Spring City, the Allreds. In Provo, members of our group lived on the same street that we did, or within blocks of our home. Our grandparents had a condo right down the sidewalk from our house in Provo that we would walk to for ceremonies. Our mother took us to see astrologers and fortune tellers, including Jen Carpenter in Salt Lake City, for future readings. My mother took me to a fortune teller by the side of the road in Fountain Green, and she had her read my palm and do other things. We also received extensive charts and readings from an astrologer client. We were told to never let our schooling get in the way of our education, and so our parents frequently kept us home from school for the Church of Satan's purposes. I missed days and weeks and months of school at a time, and of the days I did go, there were many half or partial days. We were up late at night doing ceremonies or otherwise being abused, and we were exhausted in the morning. My mother often overslept herself. I was regularly tardy to my classes each morning, because my mother would often make us tardy or keep us home half or a full day to pleasure her with oral sex or massages. She signed us out of school for illnesses frequently, because we contracted a lot of illnesses from being so intimate with so many promiscuous adults.